the girl suddenly realized that every breath she exhaled would automatically start to spin. Not only that, but in this place, a loud shout could create a small whirlwind. If she didn't restrain herself, she could even ride the wind, something that once seemed like an unreachable legend. Several fiery young boys spread their arms, and in the next moment, all three leaped into the clouds, acting as superheroes flying freely. Little did they know, they had fallen under a curse called the Butterfly Curse. Because of this, people in the town of Black Nest, Haiwo, generally speak carefully, even walking slowly to avoid drawing attention. But what they don't know is that, if they do this, they will fall victim to another curse called the Snail Curse. Just earlier, the girl, Keiko, arrived in Black Nest to rescue people, but as soon as she drove out of the tunnel, the group was overturned by a hurricane from behind. Keiko was the only one who survived. She noticed that the entrance to Black Nest was littered with wrecked cars, and her breath too was swirling. As she hesitated, the Butterfly Tribe boys arrived, riding the whirlwinds. Luckily, she met Kiri and his younger brother, who were out looking for supplies. The two of them told Keiko to lie down and avoid the storm. When they saw Keiko was injured, Kiri took her to the longhouse to bandage her wounds. On the way, he explained what was happening in Black Nest. But what no one expected was that, due to the continuous typhoons, Black Nest, just as Keiko saw it, had no livable areas left except the longhouse. While Kiri and his brother were out looking for supplies, someone else had already taken over their family's spot. During the argument, Shuichi and the others were kicked out. At this point, Keiko suggested leaving the town immediately, but Kiri's father said he only wanted to stay in the town to continue researching ceramics. In fact, even if the six of them wanted to leave, it would be impossible. It was unclear whether it was caused by the mysterious whirlpools, but whether it was a helicopter in the sky, a car on the ground, or a ship at sea. Once they reached Black Nest, something would always go wrong. At the same time, the younger brother smelled the scent of roasted meat. The six of them followed the scent, but they stumbled upon the Butterfly Tribe roasting meat, while the Snail Tribe came to eat. Before the curse, both the Snail Tribe and the Butterfly Tribe were ordinary humans. Clearly, the arrival of the six disturbed the Butterfly Tribe's meal. Kiri's father stepped forward to explain, but the next second, he was thrown into a whirlwind and vanished. A conflict broke out between the two groups. Kiri pushed the enemy away with all her strength, but the difference was that the enemy could stand firm in the whirlwind without being blown away. Seeing this, the remaining enemies flew into the sky and manipulated the hurricane, pulling Kiri and Keiko into the air. The enemies still enjoyed teasing the two girls, but Kiri noticed they were getting too close to the Dragonfly Pond. The Dragonfly Pond could easily swallow the eye of a typhoon. At the crucial moment, Shuichi flew up and grabbed Kiri's hand, and the three of them clung tightly to a power pole. As for the enemies, they weren't so lucky. They were quickly thrown into the unknown depths by the Dragonfly Pond, completely lost. After their rebirth, Kiri placed her injured mother in a corner. They also encountered 5 volunteers who, like them, were now lacking supplies and shelter. But at this moment, one of the volunteers said something felt off with his back. Clearly, this volunteer was about to transform into a snail person. Though they didn't know how to lift the snail curse, they knew that the longhouse was the safest place in town. After all, the longhouse withstood winds that even reinforced concrete couldn't resist. And since they had the advantage in numbers, they